Yo, boy, everything good? Yes, I. Listen to me. Now listen to them. The whole world copy me. Now peace and love to everyone. This is one of my audio. And this one called, when you put in work, you counting on your pay. And in this world, what I notice between a legitimate business owner, he always trying to make sure that his employee have what they work for. So if a problem occur on the job, the first thing you want to blame is the payroll, because all the errors happen at payroll. Because payroll in charge of keying your timing, set up the date and time you should pop in on and clock in and clock out. So if payroll make an error, it will only happen on your check. Understand? But now you have a problem where payroll might have to take it to the manager, and the manager have to overlook your time sheet to see if you actually was on that day, or or you was working, and you have to check it out. And sometimes you get your check, but all the time that you put in, it's not on the payroll. And sometimes we counting on paying our bills, far as car payment, rent, and food, and party, and clothes. And sometimes they get at you, they know you're planning those things, and they will just shorten it and say, you have to wait 4 or 5 days before you, or 3 days before we cut you a check on it. And you have to wait on your next check, and they will put the time on it. It's like a person like me, I don't do things like that. I would tell them with the rules, like this idea happened to me, so I share it to you. What I do, I say, no, that's not the company rule. When I work, and when I finish, you have to pay me. And all of the company rule, you're not supposed to hold no employee payment for after the pay period. And we discussed that. So every time it happened, the manager cut me a check. But what happened now, it affect your tax. Because when they realize your hours now, when they're keying all the hours for the week and key to the system, when they go up the album is going to say, well, you didn't, how come we don't get no money from this right here? And they will try to penalize your paycheck. You probably will get a bonus and then just take a chunk out of it. Whenever you are somewhere working and they start to shorten your check when you start to get paid, it's a sign for you to leave, or a sign they're playing with you. You need to just get a lawyer. Where they make error, make the lawyer write them. You do not write them or talk to them. The moment the boss or any company make a goddamn mistake on when it comes to your money, you don't say nothing. Just make a copy of the receipt after your paycheck and just and give it to your lawyer. Make your lawyer write them, because some lawyer will charge you $250 just to write your employee, to write the boss or the company. But when you do that, do not write the company. You make the lawyer write it, or you give the manager. This is what you do to secure your grounds. When you do things like that, they don't ramp with your money. Understand? Because some of the managers are haters, some of the supervisors are haters, most of them controlled by government, and government tell them what to do, so they attack the employees. When I stand up for my rights, America tell me they was going to change that. Me believe me, they didn't change that with the companies. Police still controlling them and telling them what to do, and they are the wrong one. You understand? So this is where the idea comes from. And the next thing now, when you put in work and have an agreement with someone, because I put in work, and when I put in work, I was supposed to get mines. Understand? And when you have the system now, far as caught doing wrong and you caught them, I remember I told you never make no deal with them. What you do, you make sure you sue them and follow the laws they got. And this is where the idea come from. Now, when me finish up my way, I'm hearing absolutely nothing. And everybody don't sing my song, use all my beats. And remember, I put in work to save the country, blood. And put in work to save the people. Now, the people now don't realize that in America, blood, in other earth drop atom bombs on the country. I did figure out a way how to shield the earth. And when I shield the earth, then drop 2 of them, but I shield it a certain way. So when you go boom, I say, okay, I have found the secrets to the land. So when the military, they're exercising bombs some places and shooting guns, one bomb don't go off. This is what they don't tell the people. Because there are places where they go and exercise bomb, but the bomb don't go off. Well, I think they work with some other earth now to make it, to take it off the land. Understand? So when me check it now, me realize that the system is a crooked system. When you work for yours, they want to take it. This is what I'm experiencing. When I advertise affiliate, they want to take it. When I make money, when I go to the studio, sing my songs and make money, they want to take it. And they didn't write the songs. They didn't make the beats. They didn't even write the lyrics. They didn't do nothing but once I make it this boom, he want to take it. Under the regime of the streets, that it going to click, clack, clack, clack. You're going to want to fight. You're going to punch. Now, when you have a system trained one way with the people financial way. Now, if I tell him, say there's two sheep, and he said there's no such thing, that means he didn't do his research. And then you have the stupid system where if you don't have no degree and no high school diploma, you're totally stupid, and the world don't operate like that. Because some people are mentally trained after self-taught. That's how this is the regime of these countries. And this is what I caught them doing now. So I rise and I do my thing, but when we finish up, they tell me nothing. And you know how I feel? You know that I put in work, I put in work. I even went as far as save the whole land. And then American system telling me nothing. You know how I feel? I want my money. And then I realized I make money, but they're taking the money and put it in their pocket. And I'm like, I want my money. I buy shoes, I buy socks, I buy other things with some new way I got. They show up, show fake badges or show badges, and put what I buy into their pocket. I want my money. I buy car. And America have this system what they call the falling system, a crooked system. Take my money off the car and take the car and go somewhere else. I'm like, yo, I want my money. But there's some other system now that understand it. So what they do when they steal it, they give me back my money. And when I talk like this, they say they alarm. But I'm scratching my head. How you going to alarm to steal from someone, and when he open his mouth, you alarm? How you going to make a deal with someone, and then you rob the person must be quiet, and then you say you alarm? I'm dealing with psychopathic here, and stupid government and stupid system. But when you work, you want your pay. Same thing with the hustling game. If someone they give you a pound, and when they give you a pound, you say, all right, run off this pound right here. When you run it off, the street know the game. When you run off it, you say, yo, all right, since I let it off for certain, you give me certain right here. And when the man give it to you and give you a freebie, you done and you start to hide it from the person. That's going to cause problem, because when you and the person agree on to a certain level, so that you want the person what his money. Now you become a shooting target. You understand? So if someone trusts you with a level and he are looking for his return, make sure you give him back his return, because he's going to create enemy. No one don't want to deal with no one who agree on something when the person finish you up. You're throwing some slavery game and some tricks and taking something. In my situation, they're singing all my lyrics in their club. In the port line, they're singing them. On their radio, they're singing them. They call it gramophone, I'm singing them. And I have a hack report, which I give America. That's all I need to sing their country. That right there cover all my pay, because he's breaking the financial law. It's a stupid country. It's a stupid system. And they have smart people, anybody look like they're afraid. This is why I'm trying to show them, so when I finish on one month. Now, so I realize now it's a backhanded and backstabbing they deal with. Never ever in no time make no deal with no system. No clan system, no FBI system, no NYPD system, no troop system, no Navy or no Marine system. Never make no deal with none of them. As soon as you finish, they're going to want to shoot you. They play to keep. They don't play to give. If you, the people, hear this audio, check to see who they help. Check to see who they give. If you have eyes to see the same one, them they only give to their same self. They do not help the people. I'm telling you they don't. And this is why you see everything I do, they're taking credit for it. Understand? I make the climate warm, they say, yo, it's them. I block the sunfall, they say it's them, and them are the same one in front of fall the sun. This is how their behavior is, the one when you work, they don't want to pay you. You understand? I write a song, they say it's them. The sub-stocks, they say they own it and it's them. Everything is them. Understand? But this is the attitude of them. So when you're dealing with people like that, you don't break no bread with no person like that. Because when you work, they don't realize that you give me mans. So what happened now? International law, they tell me, so when anyone do duty for REMS, they must be rewarded. But I am at 11 now, where I'm like, oh, okay, I did a lot of things for REMS. I actually shield the sun, I shield the moon, I shield the earth, I actually revive the land. I actually find new way to protect the land. I stop at 2 Adam Bomb. I'm doing duty for REMS. Understand? I said when I fly from California and come back, I will have my money. I don't have my money. When I give you the whole evaluation, you don't have the money. Because believe it or not, people, what I was doing is my duty to save the people. So they was going to delete all music. And I use my one drop to stop it. I use some of my rap ones to stop it. And I use my acapella them to stop it. Because there's a certain way to do it to make it happen. They didn't do nothing. They did lose all their flows, all of their party flows, all of their music flows, all of that. I did put in work for that. So what I did certain levels and did certain things for them to gain back their money flow. When they get back their money flow, they tell me absolutely nothing. Never do nothing with no Caribbean government. Never do nothing with no American government, no Europe government, and no England government, no, especially Africa. Don't do nothing with none of them. Follow the law they got. I saw you out with them, because when you corner them, they will run tricks. And then when you fulfill, they want to fire a shot. Believe it or not, when it's over, they shoot me about 100 times. If this day I make the video, they shoot me in the back of my head back. For something that don't belong to them. And then with the resident where I'm at, they're stealing everything that don't belong to them. Remember, when you work, you want to get paid. So I'm like, okay, REMS, I finished now, so how the hell I don't get paid, blood? You understand? That create enemy. Anyone do anything for and make an agreement where you got to pay me for it, blood? Then I realize the alien them, so they keep them word, and I say, no, I've been having my money already. And the reason why, because I own the resource where it's supposed to have it. And they're fooling all the people and say there was such thing to own what I got. But from the beginning of time, they always take the black man way. That's all I got to say. But remember, when you work, you want to get paid. And if you don't, you're just going to lead into some fist fight or push fight. But remember, people, I put in work for REMS. I'm going to give them a full evaluation and they don't pay me yet. They still run games and they say do this, do that. While them in taking all the credit. They never write one song give me. They never do no video for me. Me and them not do shit. Everything I do was me doing it by myself. Yo, wow, everything good?